So hear me rant while I straighten my hair, because it seems like no matter how many times I do this, it just gets all like not the way I want it. Anyway, so let's see. Today we are we have a fundraiser going, and we have posted the links to our donation pages because we are running low on some foster supplies, and we need to get dry food over to fosters that, you know, regardless, let us know, you know, next time if you're watching this, you know, it's a good kind of rule of thumb that when you're starting to get low on food, when you know, think that you have maybe like a couple days left, to reach out for that request, because it's not always easy to just get it like that. So if we can get some assistance from our community in getting some dry food for our local fosters, we would really be forever grateful, and so would our furry friends. Other than that, let me see. So I watched the city council meeting for Windsor. I had it set to that I was going to attend, but I didn't, and I can't remember why. Oh yeah, probably because I have ADHD and I saw something shiny. Not really sure, but I did go back and watch it afterwards, and I'm so frustrated because I wish, I don't know, actually, you know, maybe, you know, the universe works in mysterious ways, so it's like, you know, maybe it was a good thing that I didn't, because I have a hard time with, like, you know, silence in the courtroom type of stuff. Like, if I got something, I'm like, you know, I will say it, and I just, you know, it gets me in trouble sometimes. But basically, Windsor, like, I feel, in my opinion, and, you know, anybody else that's like a resident of Windsor that watched it, if you got a different sense, or if you have a different understanding, please let me know, because you know, I'm always open to hear that, you know. Maybe I'm just understanding it wrong, and I would like to understand it properly. But I felt like they just really danced around the whole animal service thing. I don't feel like nothing was really answered. It was like, basically, did they know? And it was like they were more focused on dodging the association, or the guilt association with North Bay Animal Services, than they were about, like, what they did wrong and what they were going to do to fix it. And I don't even know if I heard anything about them opening up their bid for services, for animal-related services. I know that Clear Lake has ended their contract with North Bay, and Hillsburg ended their contract with North Bay, and I want to say Sebastopol is going to be opening up for their bid for animal services, and like, so, but I haven't heard anything specifically be said from Windsor, and it just kind of felt, it was really frustrating, because it was like they just wanted to kind of like play like, oh, you know, like they didn't really know what was going on, which is a flat out lie, because I personally, whoa, what's going on here? I personally had have spent like the past 3 years reaching out to them, asking for help, you know, letting them know what was going on, showing them, you know, the same stuff that was like, has been posted on the Petaluma Army of Kindness blog. The records that I submitted to that blog that were published, you know, I sent all of that to the town of Windsor, to each and every single, the mayor, I've sent it to Deborah Fudge, Sam Salmon, you know, all of the individuals. I can't name them off the top of my head, but I'm really thorough when I do things like that, you know, and so I know, and I have the emails to prove it. I sent them into our district supervisor, James Gore, or whatever the heck, you know, and he's a waste of money. James Gore is a complete waste of money. He don't give a shit about the community, at least not friggin', you know, anybody that's not in his class of, you know, his societal class. He don't give a shit. Anytime that I've ever gone to him with an issue about animal services, he's always like, ignores it. I talked to like his, I guess his clerical person one time, and Alma, but he's never returned any phone calls. He's never personally tried to step up and see like what's going on. Why? Because it puts money in his pocket the way things have been running, which is fraud and a conspiracy to commit fraud. That's not a giving false information. That's a fact. You can look it up on the dictionary. TikTok likes to kick me off whenever I say things like this because it's like, oh, you're in violation of our community standards. For telling the truth, is that a violation of your community standards, TikTok? And that's not a statement. That is a question. I am asking, TikTok, is speaking the truth and referring to current and active penal codes and laws a violation of your community standards? Is there not a respect to the First Amendment of freedom of speech on TikTok? I mean, because if there's not, please let me know and I won't violate it anymore. But I'm just so sick and tired of these videos that I post that have like really important messages for the community to hear. And it's like they get the sound muted or they get removed and I get like warnings. And it's like, for telling the truth, for speaking about my own experience, come on, TikTok. Like, what's going on there? And like, who's really freaking paying you out? And those are all questions. Those aren't statements. So, you know, I'm not spreading any false nothing about nothing. I'm asking questions. And is asking questions a violation of community standards? And again, if so, please let me know. And I won't ask them anymore. I mean, it's a bit frustrating when you feel like you can't freaking say or ask or do anything without it being some sort of a violation. Well, what about all the violations that are occurring on the other side of the coin that nobody wants to talk about? And anytime we talk about it, it's a violation of community standards. I mean, I'll wait. Please. Wait till can somebody answer that? Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with the whole animal services. I know that things need to change. There needs to be oversight. There needs to be a animal welfare advisory board, and that's great that the councils are going to make one. But there needs to be one that's 100% no ties to any form of government, and I'm talking like 100% private citizens, private animal owners, advocates, and we need to do this ourselves. And I mean, obviously, you know, we won't be treated the same at first, but you know what, dude? We need to We need to be the oversight for the oversight, because all this internal oversighting business is just not what's going on. You know, it's not, in my opinion, very transparent. It's not very equal. It's not very. I don't trust it. I don't trust it one bit. I think personally, when there is an investigation on an agency, the investigating agency needs to be like at least 5 states over. Like, so we know that there's like no ties there. You know what I mean? So we are going to host, or I'm going to host a forum. I don't know when, because I got a lot of other things going on right now, but I will make it a priority, and probably within like the next 8 weeks or so, I will be, you know, hosting an online event, because my social anxiety doesn't really let me do in person. Where we can talk about it, get some ideas together. I do have currently a it's like through Best Friends. It's a action team, virtual action team, and I can post the link to it where you can go, and it's kind of like the same idea. Like it's an opportunity to like sign petitions, create petitions, and just kind of like check in together, post updates, let each other know like what we're working on, what we're focusing on. And I think that would be a good start. And anybody that wants to help facilitate that, I would be forever in your debt. So let me know.